Hello and welcome everyone. This is Dr. Tim Liptrap and we're in our Principles of Finance class, Chapter 3. We are looking to determine the return on equity in this problem set using the Dupont identity. We're going to use the Home Depot stock symbol HD with the ending numbers of 13116 found on Yahoo Finance. That's what we're going to use in order to determine this. So the question is, what is the ROE? So that's the number we need to find. In Dupont, ROE is the PM times the TAT times the EM, which is the profit margin times the total asset turnover rate times the equity multiplier. There's three numbers we need to find, and that is what is equal to the ROE. So we need to know what these three things are. So the TAT, or total asset turnover, is the sales over the total assets. The equity multiplier is equal to total assets over total equity, and the profit margin is equal to the net income over the sales. To determine these, we're going to need to find four numbers: total assets, sales, the net income, and the total equity. That's what we're going to need to find. So why don't we show you where you're going to get these. So I am in the Yahoo Finance pages of the Home Depot. We have the income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet. So let's start off on the income statement. Total revenue, that's the same thing as total sales, 88,519,000. So I just took that number and put that in, 88,519,000. Now while I'm on the same page, let's see, let me get back here, same page, I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to get the net income of 7,009,000. I took that number and I also put that in. I need to get two more numbers. So I am looking for total assets, which is 42,549,000. Let me just show you that. 42,549,000, and you can see where I took the net income. Now I'm looking for the total equity. The total equity is found down at the very bottom, and it's just kind of below what you can see on my screen. But my total equity is 6316000, and you can look that up on your own if you want to double check that, but it's 616. Let me just put that back in here. So it's 6316000. 6316000. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we are going to go to the total asset turnover. So we're going to take our sales number, and I do this. I take 88,519. I forget those last three zeros, and I divide my sales number by my assets, which is 42549, which gives me a 2.08. So if you watch what I'm going to do, 2.08 goes right here. 2.08. I just typed it right into my equation. Now my next one is my equity multiplier. So let's pull the calculator back up. Equity multiplier is total assets, which is 42549, and I'm going to divide that by my total equity of 6316. Gives me a number of 6.74. 6.74 because I rounded up. So 6.74. Okay, now my PM, which I've got to go back out and solve. And the PM profit margin is net income, okay, so which is 7,009, and that's over my sales number, which is 88,519. Now you may be wondering why I am not using the last three digits. Since this is algebraic equations, I can just slice those off since we're doing ratios, and I'll get the same number as if I were to use it. It's a tip when you're on a test, especially in a finance class, and you don't have a lot of time. So net income over sales, and that's divided by 88,519, which equals 0.078 or 079, sorry. So I'm going to go 0.08 is what the number I'm going to use. 0.08. So return on equity. This is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to clear everything I have. I always like to do that. 0.08 times 2.08. Let's clear this again. So 0.08 times 2.08 I just flipped it around and I did 2.08 times 0.08. Now I'm going to multiply that by 6.74. And now my number comes out to be, my ROE, my return on equity, is 1.1215. Now, since you have this number of the 1.1215, what I like to do with my students is have them multiply it by 100 to give me a more accurate reading in my ROE, and that would give you the number that I'd be looking for on a test of 11215, and then if you want to round that up for. Thanks.